All right, guys, we are back. It looks like we got, are we not back? Okay, it looks like we got disconnected. Right? What am I doing here? I don't. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me and can you see me? All right. If you can hear me and you can see me, then that's a good thing. So let's go back to where we are. All right. You can see my Facebook page. Okay, so let's go back to what we were doing. This is just messed up today. So sorry. Come on, okay, what's going on here? Okay, I was explaining the reasons why you need to have your own. If this doesn't work now, I'm just going to have to record it and post later. If I can't do live, I'll just do a recording. We're talking about 3 reasons why you need to have your own software. There's more perceived value for software. Number 2, software is what sells online right now. That's what most people buy. Number 3, most affiliates are only interested in promoting software. All right. So I'm starting. So I forgot that I was supposed to be recording. I wasn't recording, so I went back. Then now we go back to my screen. All right, affiliates are only mostly interested in promoting software products. And again, I say that with a qualifier that that's my experience, because I operate in JVZoo and I demonstrated for you just now why that is the software. Number 4 reason why you want to do your own software: it provides you more opportunity for immediate income at higher prices and residual income, because software always keeps selling. Mobimatic that I released 2.5 years ago, I'm still selling it today. I'm still selling Designer. I'm still selling Funnel 360. I'm still selling Design Bundle. They all keep still selling. I still sell Light App Studio. So residual income is good for you. All right. So here's my amazing discovery on how to produce your own and launch your own software without losing your mind. You don't need to be a top guru or have technical skills to produce a winning software that sells on the internet. Hear what I said? A winning software that will earn you money on the internet. It may not make you the best. You are not planning to be Mark Zuckerberg right now. You are just trying to survive. You are trying to, oh, my audio is not okay. Can you guys not hear me? Oh man, this is messed up. I'm going to close this training. If this is, I think everything is just messed up right now. You can hear me well? If you can hear me well, give me a 10, because I'm seeing some people saying I can't hear you. All right, Benga Olukosi can hear me. Techno can hear me. Okay, most people can hear me. Sorry guys, those of you complaining of audio, it must be from your end. Maybe it's the rain. And I think I'm going to stop talking about this rain before it infects me too. It looks like that's what's happening. When I was talking about that rain, then my computer started going off. Let's not talk about rain again. All right. Here is my amazing discovery as far as creating software is concerned. You don't need to be a top guru. So let's quickly go to the strategies, because I just want to minimize time of talking about preambles today. Let me go to this. Here, there are many strategies that you can use to create a winning software for yourself. The first one of them, and when I'm talking about these strategies now, I'm talking about strategies for creating software even if you have no technical skills, or rather, especially if you have no technical skills. I'm not talking about those of you who are here who are making $5,000 a day or a month who can create their own software right now. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to that guy who's trying to figure out how to make $1,000 a month. And I'm telling you, your fastest route there is a software. Even if your software launch doesn't go well, you probably will be able to put $500, $1,000 in your pocket easy. Okay, to make that selling audiobooks of ebook is harder. So strategy number one, you can buy developers' rights from key websites and then have someone customize it for you. Now, there are many places where you can buy software with developer rights. What that means is that they give you rights to do whatever you want with it. Just like it's not like a PLR, but where you can actually work on the code. You can change the code, you can change the interface, you can change the color if you want, and you buy it. Most times the cost probably will be under $200 for most of them. And then you get somebody on guru.com, upwork.com, fiverr.com, or warrior forum who can help you do this. There are plenty of people that's what they do. They're not going to change the code. You don't want them to change the code. You just want them to change the name, to change the interface for you, to change the color of the members area or the dashboard. There are people who do all of that for probably less than $100 even. They'll do it for you and do some cosmetic change on the face of it and change the name so that it becomes a software that is yours. Now, the next question, of course, you are going to ask me is, where can I get these developer rights that you can turn around and launch? Let's look at it. One of them is Code Canyon. I'm going to just go practical now. Let me go to share my screen itself. Okay, my screen. I hope I don't lose you guys. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Let me go here. Let me go to the internet and actually log in for you guys to see what I'm talking about. Okay, let me log in. How do I log into my computer now without disconnecting you guys? Okay, let's put that one there. Nope. And what I want to do is I want to log onto the internet now. So let's say we go to Code Canyon, CodeCanyon.net. All right, this is a place. Code Canyon is one of those. I just wanted to show you a quick practical example. You go to CodeCanyon.net and you see how many they have here? 29,484 code scripts. Code script is a software and plugin starting from $2. Okay, you simply go in there depending on the type of software you want. If you want code, you go in here. You can see these are codes right there. You can say, somebody, let's make this practical. Let somebody give me an idea of a software they would like to create. Just type it. The software that you would like to create. Just give me an idea. Somebody type something. I want to show you guys how to do it. Payment plugin, don't even go there. You can't undo that. I'm not even going to try to cite that for you because I don't want you to go into something that is tough for you to deal with. Payment software, that requires a lot of work. Somebody said traffic. Let's say we put traffic. You want to buy a traffic, and you want to create a software that helps people to generate traffic. You simply go to CodeCanyon.net. You type traffic in there. All these are softwares that generate traffic. As you can see here, it says the best website traffic generator. Only $49. Tonki traffic generator, $19. Facebook traffic pop to generate traffic on Facebook, even $9. There are 29,000 software here already. This is just one place. Okay, let me scroll down. At my soft computer, I don't know what is on it. It's so slow this afternoon. I don't know. It's about time I'm going to change this stupid computer. All right, so you see here, these are all softwares on traffic. Google Analytics software, traffic generator software, Google Traffic, traffic controller. Now, let's go back. So now when you see it, you click on it to see what it's about. Now you read it to make sure it asks what you are looking for. So you scroll down, you read, look at this. It says the only web traffic generator on Code Canyon that has multi-page support, multi-threaded, random, blah, blah, blah. You read on it. Okay, it tells you what it does. You read all of that. And then more importantly, you come and read about the comments to hear what people are saying about the software, whether it works well or it doesn't work well. It is important. Remember, you don't know anything about software. So before you go and buy, make sure you read the one that has great comments so that when you buy it, you know that it's going to work, because you know you yourself can't maintain it. You are going to get somebody to now help you customize it. Let's say I want to buy this now. For instance, now let's say I go here. Let me click on it again. I want to make sure you guys get it. I'm just picking this at random. Let's say I pick the first software that I want. You can even tell it what type of you want, whether it's WordPress or PHP script or HTML or plugin, the type that you want. When you click on there, it will give you the software that match your search engine. Now look at this one now. Let's say I want to buy. All right, I click on buy button. I want to show you where the, oh, sorry, wrong one. Sorry, I wanted to show you something. Because you don't just buy software here and start launching it. You want to buy what they call the developer license. Okay, this one did not sell. Here, when you click here, it will tell you the type of license that they will sell to you. I'm looking for the one that will give you developer rights. It will say so on the license here. Let's go look for another one. Let me just scroll down. Sorry, my apologies for my system is unusually slow today. I think it was that other one that we got bounced out of is still playing somewhere in the background. So I have like two Zoom working at the same time, and I don't know how to stop it right now. So it has affected the speed of my system. It's like you have two videos playing at the same time. So it's a major problem right now, but let me still see if I can work. Okay, like this one now. This one is a, see this one say fake traffic bot generator. I don't know what that is, but let's say we click on it. And it's probably a very good software because it's so plenty, at least on here. Let me see. Oh, damn. What's wrong with my button is not clicking. All right, I'm not going to just waste too much energy on that. But let's just say when you go to that site, just like I search, you search for the software in the area that you want. Just like I click that button. See, it's still trying to load. Yeah, it's a nightmare today. Oh, man. All right. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys still see my screen here? Sorry about today. Today is just a messed up presentation, but we'll do our best with it. You can still see my PowerPoint, right? Even your chat, I'm not seeing. Everything is so slow. All right, so let's just go on. All right, yeah, I see you guys. Okay, great. So now you see that on here they have over 20,000 scripts. Just like I showed you, that site has over 20,000 scripts. You Google the one you want right here, and then you get it. There's another site closely related. I think they are owned by the same company called teamforest.net. You go in there, you put the search of what you want to, the type of software you want to create, and then it pops up, and you order. The third one is videohive.net. This ones have over almost 500,000 videos. This is a software that do video effects. It's what they sell at videohive.net. So you can actually then buy the one that gives you developer right. Again, you have to check in the place that it says licenses. Then you buy the one that gives you developer right. That now allows you to make changes to it, particularly if it's WordPress. WordPress actually does not have copyright, so they will sell it to you. You have a right to amend it and then launch it on your own. It's that simple. GraphicRiver.net. We are still under the first option to buy developer rights. So don't lose touch here. Let me go back a bit. Option number 1 is for you to buy developer license rights from key sites and then have someone customize it for you. You can always get them on guru.com, upwork.com, fiverr.com, warriorplus.com. And I just gave you 3 different websites that you can go to do that. One of them is CodeCanyon.net. Second one is TeamForest.net. Third one is VideoHive.net. And D is GraphicRiver.net. Of course, if you are doing the one-on-one coaching with me, that, like I said, that is expensive, and I'm not even trying to sell you guys that. But for those of you who have the money, want to do that, we can then do this together in terms of helping you get your software ready, helping you to pick the software to do, and even helping you get those who will customize it for you and all of that stuff. But all of that you will have to do yourself, because I can't cover that in 1 training or 2 training or 3 training. That's why my software coaching program is a 90-day program from creating the product to actually launching it. And that right now goes for $5,000 for a 90-day one-on-one coaching, where I meet with you once a week. I actually walk you through the whole process, getting you all the people that will help you do all those corrections. But you can do your best yourself, even if you don't have money to pay for the one-on-one coaching. And those of you who are interested in one-on-one coaching, you can send me an inbox and we can talk about that. But these are places where you can get software that you can launch. And it doesn't take you 7 days. Like I said, you go in there, search for the type of software you want, read the comments of people about them to be sure that the software is actually working, because some of them don't work well. Make sure the comments are positive, that the software is good, that it works, and then make sure you buy the developer right. Developer rights are normally more expensive than just buying the software, even though most times they are under $300, $200, $150. So it's not like it's a very expensive thing. And that's it. You buy it, you own a software. You become a software owner. I know you guys don't believe that, but I'm going to come back and tell you the story of Mobimatic right here. Strategy number 2, open source software to develop your own. To own your own software. That's what is called open source. Now, before I move, I think because of the interruptions, I'm moving too fast. So let me slow down. How many of you understand that first option? How you can buy developer rights in TeamForest, CodeCanyon.net, and those 4 sites I gave you. If you understand that process I just explained, give me a 10. If you still don't, give me a 1. I can go back over it a little bit and explain it. It's a very simple thing. Rather than spending 1 year, 2 years, 10 years trying to get somebody to create software for you and spending millions of naira, because you don't even know if the software is going to work. So why will you go spend all your savings? Why do you want to go borrow money from your daddy or your girlfriend or boyfriend to go and spend developing software when you are not even sure? Because even when you launch the software, it may not serve. So you want to go the pounded yam way. So I'll explain just one more time for the few of you who are still talking one. Strategy number 1, to own your own software. Go to sites to buy developer rights to software. All right, when you get to those sites like the one I mentioned, they have in the licenses part, you click on the button of license. I will have showed you, but my internet is messing up and I don't want to lose this again, because if I lose it, I'm just going to close it and go. It's frustrating. So you go in there, where to buy, you see where it says license. You click on, like here, where you get a CodeCanyon.net, you search here for the type of software you want, whether e-commerce software, social media software, children's software, whatever. If they have it, it will come up. All right, and then you click to buy. And when it's time to buy, it will show you, do you want a regular license or do you want a developer license? You pick developer license, and those are a bit more expensive than the regular. Regular is like our $49, $69, $79 highest. But to buy the developer right, about $200, $150, $170 maybe. Some of them even less than $100. And when you buy that, you go to a place, there are places called guru.com, Upwork.com, Fiverr.com, Warrior Forum. Those are just 4. There's plenty freelancing sites. And then you go and search for website developers, or call it front-end developers. When you search that in Upwork or Guru, you see lots of people that's the service they do. All you want them to do at this stage, I'm not teaching you advanced strategies. You don't need it. What you need right now is just get them to help you change the interface of the software. Basically, they will help you change the name. They will change the way the dashboard looks. They will change the way it is presented. And you can get people to do that for you for anywhere under $500. Some will even do it for $100 when you search. You are not asking them to change the features of the software because you are too new. I'm talking about those of you who are too rookie here. Don't overstretch yourself. Don't try to do what you cannot undo. Buy the software like that. Get somebody to help you change the way, to change the name, to change the colors and all that. And because you have developer rights, you can call it your whatever name you want. And then that is a launchable product. When we come to how to launch your software on Saturday, then we talk about how you can launch it. Don't worry and tell yourself, oh, it's because it's a developer right products, people won't buy it. 70% of products that are launched on JVZoo that you are buying are created that way. They buy developer rights from somebody who has already created it. Probably took him years to create it. You don't care. You buy a copy, you buy developer rights, get somebody to modify the front for you. That's it. Your software is ready. You have your own software that you can boast of. The rest will not be, how do you launch it? How do you sell it? That's a separate training altogether. Do we all get this now? For those of you put in 1, if you still don't understand it, make it a 2 now. And I'll see what I can do because I can only explain so much. All right. If you still don't understand it, give me a 2. All right. If you understand it, give me a 10. Let me just count how many people we can't keep repeating. So if you still don't get it, there's nothing I can do to help you. Watch the video later. All right. That's strategy number 1. All right. And I gave examples of those sites. By the way, it's not everybody that will be a software developer owner. So if you don't understand this, don't worry about it. Go with ebook. You learned one of yesterday. Go with ebook. Start with where you can start. Or maybe info marketing will not be your thing. Because if you still can't understand after explaining like 3-4 times, the most basic thing, buy developer rights. Go get somebody to help you modify it on guru.com or Facebook or Fiverr. Then maybe this is not for you. I mean, I'm going to be very frank. It's not everything that is for everybody. And you have 8 subjects. So don't get frustrated yet. If you don't understand it, just leave it. There's 8 more. Freelancing is there. E-commerce is there. Affiliate marketing is there. You should be able to find one thing that you can do. All right. So let's go to the second way that you can create your own software. Strategy number 2, open source software. Now, before I explain this, how many of us understand what open source software is and what you can do? And how many of us do not? If you don't understand it, give me a 1. Okay, this time let's use a different number. If you don't understand what open source is, give me a 3. If you understand what it is, give me a 9 so that we are on the same page. If you don't understand, 3. If you understand, 9. I just wanted to get an idea where we are. All right, I see lots of 3s, lots of 3s. I'm not even seeing any 9 yet. That's strange. Is there anybody here that understands open source software, how it works? Including my man that is making $5,000 a month. What are you doing to make it? I want to know. If you don't understand open source, I don't like to harass you. I know you, Galaxy, because that's your name. Don't think I forgot you. I know you. I'm marking you down. All right? I'm still waiting for everybody to put in something. 3 or 9. All right? 3 or 9. All right, I am live now. Sorry, I have to. My software developer is all right. I make it from drop shipping. I don't even know what that is. Oh, okay. Sorry, you do drop shipping. Okay, maybe you should teach me this drop shipping thing. You know, I myself want to learn it now. Abba, Galaxy, is it only you that want to make money? Eh? All right, guys. So, strategy number 2, open source software. Now, open source is basically, and I will expect you guys to Google it later, because if you want to learn this game, you got to be hardworking. Google open source. What does it mean, open source software? What does open source software mean? But essentially, it's a, you know, all these techies, all these developers, sometimes they do what they call, they build a software using open source method, which means anybody all over the world can contribute to the development of that software. They do it more like a community project. So somebody can code a part of it, another person codes a part of it, and that software is available to the whole world. It's called open source. How many of us have used Mozilla Firefox before? How many of us know Firefox? It's like Windows for your computer. How many of us have heard of Mozilla before? Give me 5 if you have heard of Firefox. Firefox software. Okay, it's like Windows. Exactly. If you remember, when you downloaded it, you never paid a dime for it. Mozilla Firefox is an open source software. Open source. In other words, it was developed by thousands and thousands of developers all over the world to become what it is. And part of the deal is that everybody contributing, they agree that the thing will not be sold, so that it's open. At least the basic one will be open to the whole world. Everybody takes advantage. And those are very strong software because it had input from thousands and thousands of coders all over the world. Now, you can own your own software by now buying what they call the, they give it different names. Sometimes they call it the premium version. Sometimes they call it the commercial version. Sometimes they call it, I forgot the name, but they call it basically it's like an extra and an advanced form of it. And they charge you money. Typically, they're a bit more expensive. They go from anywhere from $300 to $1,000 to $2,000. But essentially what they do is that they give you a copy of that code that allows you to now privatize it, which means you can then give it your own name, develop it as your own software. And those are the best because these are being developed by thousands of developers all over the world. So there's always updates. And when you do it well, as they put updates on their sites, you just get the developer to update your own version, but you sell your own version for money. Do you guys want me to shock you right now? How many would like me to shock them with something? Give me a 0. I want to shock you right now for you to understand that this thing is crazy. All right? Oh, you guys don't want to be shocked. Okay, let me continue. Open source is one of the, what I call the best way to do this. Okay, I got it. Now you guys are coming in with a 0. How many of you will believe that Mobimatic is open source? I know you don't believe that. That's why I said I'm going to shock you. My partners who probably wouldn't even like me telling you this. But Mobimatic, that we have done $1.2 million on in the last 2.5 years, is an open source software. At the time we got it, the code, everything is complete. Now, make no mistake though, Mobimatic was open source, but we still spent a lot of money modifying it because we wanted to add several features of our own. But we could have launched it as we bought it. I think we bought Mobimatic, the open source software. I think we paid $997, about $1,000 complete. And then we now spent another 3 months because it was my software. I overworked on it. Ifiok and his team now had to do some extra coding to add some features to it, to add some stuff to it, to really make it 100% unique, to also have some features that maybe the open source does not have. But we didn't need to do that. We spent close to 40,000. I think, what am I talking about? 50,000 doing that. It was my first one because I wasn't smart. I would never have done that today. I wouldn't even spend $500. It was because I didn't know better. You guess what? When we finally launched Mobimatic, and I want you to listen very closely here. The same week, another guy, a very big affiliate, a very big vendor on JVZoo, also found that open source software I can even give you the address now, even though I won't. All right. You could Google it, you probably will find it. It's not, there's no secret there. And I'm going to give you 2 shocks. This is the first one. Now, that's a week that we launched Mobimatic. Another big vendor went and bought the same software because it's open source. In fact, you don't even need to pay for it. If you want to just get it in to have a machine to be building your own software. But if you want to run it like a SaaS, the way we are doing, where you are now selling access to other people, then you have to pay for that premium version. Another guy went and paid that $1,000 thing, and he was giving it away for free same week. It was a big, big problem for us because really you can do that. The guy did it and was given as a bonus to another product that he was promoting. He was giving people access to a software that looks and works exactly like Mobimatic for free. And we were launching our own at $297. And we still sold $400,000 that week. You need to learn something from there right away. The fact that somebody is giving something away for free on the internet does not mean you cannot make $1 million on it. I proved it with Mobimatic. Mobimatic is done well over $1.2 million, probably 1.4 now, if I were to check, because every day we make sales. But the same week that we launched, somebody was giving it away for free in a promotion. Now, what was funny is that some of our buyers actually mentioned it in our group. They just bought this. Oh, this guy is giving that they got this free software from I forgot the name of this guy, a very popular guy, that it looks and works exactly like our own. And we were panicking that maybe it will make everybody not buy. Later, they themselves now started saying that guy that is giving it away for free must be fake. That his own software must be fake because people can't imagine that a product that is free. Because open source means you can go there and download that software right now for free. You don't even need to pay a dime. You download it, you install it, it works like Mobimatic. Straight up, I'm telling you guys, quite frankly, Mobimatic is a bit more developed, I will be honest with you, because we spent a lot of time doing extra work just to add more features, to add this, to add that. And that has even become a problem for us because that is why sometimes Mobimatic doesn't work well because they update it every day, the primary source, the open source software. But because we went ahead and added some different code of our own, so the updates often do not match because typically we could have just collected their updates. Since we paid for premium version, they will give it to us. You subscribe to updates. I think we paid $299 a year for updates. So when thousands of coders all over the world, when they fix a bug or they update, all we simply need to do is upload our update the update to our own software, and it'll be working perfectly. But we went and do over Sabi, which I'm going to encourage you guys don't do. We went ahead and paid people, and like I said, we spent close to $50,000 doing extra work on the open software, which is stupid in retrospect because open source software was developed by big-time coders all over the world. Maybe they have 5,000 people who are working on it. I could never have paid those guys. I mean, it costs millions of dollars to develop the code if you have to look at it in manpower terms. The software that Mobimatic is based on probably costs over $5 million from what they are saying on the site to create. But because it's open source, anybody can download it for free and use. And if you want to turn it to a SaaS, your own software that you're selling, then you buy the premium version, which is $997, $1,000. I think they just use that one to pay for their own server. They don't need it to make profit. So what I should have, so if we had simply done an interface change, basically just do some cosmetic changes, all right? If we didn't go into the code itself, Mobimatic will be working perfectly because the updates will be syncing almost automatically. It will take us less than a day to do update. So people won't notice that sometimes it breaks down. But in our case, when there's an update, we now need another developer to create a code to match that update before we can update Mobimatic. For those of you who have it and who have experienced challenges sometimes where it doesn't work well and all that, that is the reason. Because we spend too much time, too much money, and too much energy changing a code that is already perfect. So don't do that. But my point to you guys is, I say this even at the risk of like I'm reducing the value of my company before the eyes of you guys, even though it won't matter to me. Mobimatic sells every month. And I'm still going to launch it in Nigeria itself. It's still going to do maybe 50 million naira. When I launch it, you're going to be there, you're going to watch it. Okay, we've done a lot of work, I agree. There's a lot of new features in our own that is not on the old one. But I'm saying, as rookies, when you get a source code, don't spend all that money that I spent. Don't spend that $50,000 to go and try to make it very, very different, add new features, try to make it superior to the original source code, which is what Mobimatic that we did is actually superior to that source code. I'm not going to lie to you because we have serious coders who worked on it. But it hasn't really helped us much. Because number one, most people don't even know that we're better than the original one because they don't know where the original one is. Number two, it makes it difficult for us to update our software. It makes it very difficult for us to be able to get the software to work smoothly because we have to do update twice. We get it from the source code, and then we have to get a developer to develop it some more, costing us money all the time. But I share this with you for you to understand that you can get an open source code anytime, and you can have a very, very robust software ready to go. You give it your own name, only work on the front end so that you change only the colors and the name, and then you go. And in any case, 99.9% of people in the world don't even know where the open source codes are. They don't even know what to do with it. They don't even know what it is. So the fear of maybe other people knowing about your software is very remote. And yet, it is easy to do. How do you find open source software? Oh, I didn't even know that I defined it here. What is open source? It's a software with openly available source code that anyone can inspect, modify, and enhance. I know that will sound crazy to you. I mean, we talk about thousands of guys who are working, developing a software. You would think that they will be protecting it. No, it's called open source. Anybody can, if you know about code, you get a copy. Once you create an account, or they have this site that they create accounts on, GitHub or something like that. And then you get access, and you yourself can suggest modification to the code. If you're a technical person, then the central guys will look at it and then add it or remove it. It's almost like Wikipedia, the way Wikipedia is updated. People all over the world are the ones that maintain Wikipedia, in case you don't know. There's nothing like Wikipedia writing articles themselves. People write it, then people try to improve it, then they either reject your editing or they accept it, and then it grows. That's why when you go to my Wikipedia profile, what is there is very little to what I've done in the world. But the person who created my file on Wikipedia, and trust me, it's not everybody that can get a Wikipedia. You have to be a real baba before they will let you have a Wikipedia page. But the person who finally created my own that they accepted only put like 5% of what I've done. So it requires other people who can edit Wikipedia to edit it and put some of the stuff I'm doing, like this one, like giving 10,000 scholarships all over Africa. That's a chapter that should be in my Wikipedia. But you can't just go there and post it. After you post it, people will go and cross-check. Is this editing, is it genuine? Is there evidence of it? Where can they find it? And all of that. Same way with open source. Coders will suggest improvement. And then the whole team will review it. If they like it, they put it. If they don't, they reject. So a source code is that part of the software that most computer users don't ever see. Is the code computer programmers can manipulate to change how a piece of software works. So programmers who have access to a computer or to a computer source code, a software's source code, can improve that program by adding features to it or fixing parts that don't always work correctly because they make it available. People solve problems. So in general, open source licenses grant computer users permission to use open source software for any purpose that they wish. I mean, imagine something as robust as Mozilla Firefox, that some are even saying is better than Windows, that have spent billions and billions developing it. It's open source. It's not owned by anybody. But the guys, they put it out there, and every one of us can download Mozilla Firefox as our browser, and it works well. You don't have to pay money. It doesn't have to come with your computer. You can download it on the internet. So if you know, if I gave you the website of the Mozilla Firefox, for instance, you can probably buy the premium version. I don't know how much they will sell it, maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000, where you now own your own Windows, your own browser rather. Imagine that. You change the name, get technical guys to change the name for you, change the color, looks different, and then your own Firefox is out there under his own name. That's how big open source is. Many of my own software now, that's what I use. That's why you see me launch very robust software. That's why you see me, I'm not going to mention all of them, but trust me, 7 times out of 10 software you see me launch, they are open source licenses. Then I get developers who know what they are doing to work on it so that they put some features to make it better, and then it becomes a solid, very solid software that does what it's supposed to do. How cool is that? Now, what are the best places? Because like I said, this training is to actually show you how to do it. I don't want to just tell you, like many of the teachers do, okay, you can do software with open source, but they don't tell you where to get it. Here are some places. Write it down, sourceforge.net. This information I'm giving you is worth tens of thousands of dollars. If you even understand what I'm saying at all, some of you probably don't even get it. You can get an open source software and you can make $1 million in the next 1 year. Because this software that are open source, they are well maintained. They are done by people who know what the hell they are doing. And they are always getting updated by the open source people. And if you have not gone to change your source code, it will be very easy to update your own software too, without even paying anybody to update software for you. Maybe you have one guy that you're going to pay every time there's an update, you pay him $100. He updates from the source code to your own, and your software is working like a software that somebody spent $5 million to develop. Yes, another one. Guess what? Many of you may not even know that WordPress is open source. How many of us even knew that WordPress is open source, is free? That's why the basic software of WordPress is free, because it's open source. Yep. That is why, as a matter of fact, the licensing code for WordPress says that nobody can claim copyright. So if you create a WordPress software, a WordPress-based software, yeah, you can launch it. Yes, you can make all the money, but you really don't have copyright. You can't sue anybody who takes that software and go and do whatever they want with it. It is also WordPress software are open source. And once it's an open source, nobody can really claim copyright to it, because the international agreement is that nobody owns the copyright. That's why somebody in Russia, somebody in London, somebody in Yaba can contribute their time and their mind to help make the software better. It's supposed to be available to humanity. All right. That's why WordPress is free for you to create. But of course, those who started it, they will now create a premium version that will not charge money so that they can. That's why you have premium themes. That's why software WordPress comes with a lot of free themes when you load it, but there are some things that you have to pay for, because those are the premium versions of the original software. But it is not copyrighted either. So if you take those themes, even the one that they call premium, if you know how to customize it and change it and put your own name on it, they really can not sue you. I know that sounds crazy. We have had this argument in many of the guru sites, and I had to show them the agreement. No, anything that is WordPress based cannot have copyright. You can have copyright to the graphics you put on it. You can have a copyright to external stuff that you put on the code, but as to the source code itself, you have no copyright, which means you can then search for a copyright software a script on any area that you want. And so if you go to WordPress.org, you will see lots of stuff there that you can download. And those plugins that you see on WordPress.org, those plugins that are there, they are all open source, which means you can download it, and then you can change the name, and then you can have somebody help you change the interface if you like. And you can go, if you don't even want to change the interface, you are too lazy, you don't have money. All you then need to do is learn how to launch your software. Just give it your own name. That's all you need to know how to do. And trust me, lots of people will pay you. But don't think that, oh, because it's open source, 99% of people don't know. You don't know. If I didn't tell you about Mobimatic now, how are you going to know? Or how many of you know that Mobimatic was open source? How many of you? Tell me if you know. Give me 10. If you know, or if you don't know, give me 1. Let me know, get an idea what you got. I can give you 4, 5, 6 software. Okay, there you go. You don't know, obviously. How many of us have heard of group pages by Mike Filsaime? Group pages. He has not even launched yet. He's doing pre-launch now. He has already done over 2 million. That's dollars. How many of us have heard of group pages by Mike Filsaime? Put a Y if you have heard, or N if you have not heard of it. Okay, you guys probably won't know because you are not in the business. But group pages is the Mike Filsaime is like the granddaddy of internet marketing. He was my mentor at one point. All right, he has a new software out. If you like, if you even Google it on Facebook, okay, you will see it. It's called Group Pages. I just typed it. Group Pages is the latest software that Mike Filsaime is, but it is an open source software. As a matter of fact, I bought, and wait for this, guys. The source code for Funnel 360 is the same as Group Pages. How about that? Of course, again, my partner did a lot of work inside the Funnel 360 to make it unique. But the source code, which is really the software, is exactly the same as the one that Group Pages used. And Group Pages has done $2 million. They have not even launched it yet, because it's Baba himself that is launching that. What they did was that they bought the source code directly from the group that started developing it, and they closed it to the public. Of course, by that time, I've already bought mine. And they say those of us who already bought ours can use it forever if we like. But the point I'm trying to say is, even the great Mike Filsaime did not go and pay millions of dollars to develop a software. He went for an open source. Now he's telling us that they are going to do it all over. Probably trying to do exactly what we did with Mobimatic, because we basically redid the whole thing just to make it very unique and all that. So he might spend maybe another $50,000 or $100,000 like we did to do Mobimatic. But somebody who's just starting, I'm saying you don't need all of that. Just grab your source code, get somebody to help you put it together, and you are good to go, right? How many think that is awesome? How many think they can do that? Now, I gave you just 2 websites, but there are many places to get source codes in the world. So how do you get that? Somebody tell me. Just type something. I've taught you guys this over and over. When you leave this training today, you can get a source code on traffic software. You can get a source code on traffic, on social media software. Exactly. You guys are thinking. All you simply need to Google is source code software on Google. Will tell you whatever area of business that you want to build your software in. Just type source code software for children website, source code software for traffic website, traffic software, source code for social media software, and be patient to be able to spend maybe 1 hour searching and all that until you get what you want. And then you might have a software that is as robust as anything. Source code for Facebook is available, by the way. Yeah, you might not be able to create get a lot of people on your own like Facebook, but if you create one and you start doing your own for associations, imagine how much money you can make. You are trying to create a software type of a website type of Facebook for associations. Imagine how much you can make creating a Facebook type of software for them. But there's source code for it out there. Practically every big software that is out there, guys have gone to actually create some kind of source code for them. It's a big boy play. Because like I rightly said, told you, Mike Filsaime has not even launched Group Pages, and they've already done over $2 million. He's doing what is called pre-launch. And people are paying him. And many of the people paying him are big internet marketers like me. That's to tell you that they don't know. Not to talk about you that you are just starting yesterday. Even marketers that have made $2 million online, $3 million, $4 million, they are buying group pages because they don't know better. I happen to know because I already bought the software myself. I already bought the source code myself. So when I looked at it, I knew, and my technical guy who was developing our own told me it's the same source code. Even if you still told me this last week. He said, oh, the source code of Funnel 360 is the same one that group pages are. And I was stunned because group pages, everybody see it as one of the biggest developed software out there in the world. Do we all get this now? If you understand this, give me a 2, because this is the second one. This is another way for you to create your own software without writing a line of code. So when I told you can develop your own software without writing a line of code, I wasn't joking. All you need is somebody reasonable on any of those sites I mentioned who will help you change the name, change the interface, and all of that will cost you less than $500. And under $1,000, with under $500, you probably can have your own mega functioning software that you can sell even after launch. Even if your launch doesn't go well, you can still be selling it on social media through Google, and you'll be making your money on it for the rest of your life. All right? So let's go to the third strategy. For those of you just coming in, what we are discussing is that strategies for creating your own software without writing a line of code in 7 days or less. And I've shared 2 strategies. Both strategies I've used. Social Daddy was built with this strategy number 1. Let me go back. This strategy number 1 right here. Sorry. Strategy number 1, buying developer license rights from key sites. I use this to do Social Daddy, $105,000 when we launched it. Okay, and I gave you the sites where you can get a developer rights. I give you at least 4. There's plenty out there. Second strategy, open source software. I've used it for Mobimatic. I've used it for Funnel 360. But again, remember, I partnered with technical guys on all my own because I needed them to work on the interface and add maybe some features here and there so that it's distinctive. Mobimatic, we went out of our way. We spent 6 months adding new stuff, using coders to work on it. But like I explained for the last, that I've repeated like 4 or 5 times, yes, it made Mobimatic really unique, make it more robust after we spent $50,000 developing it. But I'm saying if I were to do it today, I won't spend all of that money. I won't even spend $2,000. I won't even spend $1,000 because to me, yes, our software is great and looks different and works different and there's new features, but I didn't need that because most people will never know the difference. And it makes it easier for me. It will have made it easier for us to update our software. We won't have the challenge that we're having now, where the last meeting we had, we actually agreed to hire a full-time developer to be updating Mobimatic because Mobimatic code has been messed with by our own guys. We changed it to become really unique, thinking that being really unique is what will work for us. Yes, it did, but I don't think those who bought it because it's unique because they didn't know the difference. They didn't even know what it was before. So we spent $50,000 for nothing. This is the way I'm saying it, to create problem for ourselves because now we have to hire staff, pay them very well so that they can continue to update Mobimatic for us because it's a unique code. I hope you guys get that. So when you get your own source code, try to do as little as possible work on it. I know that is counterproductive. I don't care what all those gurus tell you, bullshit. The less work you do on the source code, the easier it will be for you to maintain it. Because remember, the source code, the people that develop it are thousands or hundreds of developers all over the world. They are the ones that are going to work on the updates. They are the ones that are going to work on the on bugs on it. And every time they do it, because they're an open source, they post the updates into the site where you bought it from. And since you bought the premium version, they will allow you to be able to use those updates to update your own. So if the source code has not changed, then updating becomes like a 10-minute process. For anybody for $10, $20, they'll do it for you. So you want to try to keep the source code as independent as possible. Don't touch it. You can touch something else. The color, the interface of your members area, but everything else in the heart of it, don't mess around it. Did you guys hear me on that? I don't want you to get, if you have me, give me a 10. I don't want you to go put yourself, if you are trying to be unique and create even more problem for yourself. Do we get that? I want to make sure we are all following, because after today, you cannot complain you have problem creating software. You have no business going to code brand new software, not while you are still under $10,000 a month. That won't make sense. When you have now become big, you can start from, I'm big now. I mean, if anybody who has done over $2 million in the last 2.5 years on software selling, I can't say I'm not big. I'm in the top 2% of software vendors on JVZoo right now. I'm in the top 5 on affiliate marketing. So I've done very well by God's grace. But even me right now, I won't go and try to develop from source. I don't like that from scratch. It's a mess. Yeah, you develop from scratch, but it's going to cost you a lot of money. And then when you finish the software, it's still going to be buggy. I don't care who built it. That's the way software works. When the software is new, there's going to be a lot of bugs that you have to fix. Why do you want to go through that when you already have one that is completed, that big code has already finished? It's all pounded yam or Pando approach. I'm all Pando, guys. When people come to me and tell me I want to build a software from scratch, I run away because I know what it means. It's going to be a lot of money. It's going to be a lot of time, and it's going to be a lot of frustration. I've launched one like that was built from scratch. I won't even tell you the name because we're still selling it. I don't want you to say, but it's always buggy because the person who built it is just it is. It always has faults because it's brand new. You have to use it for years and deal with the bugs almost every week. That's what they call updates before it becomes stable. Don't get yourself into that. See, I'm really passionate about this. Is why I'm spending so much time on it, because this is my forte. This is what I do right now. I'm a software guy. Many of you know that. I have launched at least 11. 7 were at least 6 figures. Even the ones that didn't do, I still do $20,000, $30,000. I mean, that's not bad. So I know this stuff. I'm not telling you theory that I read in one book. I'm telling you exactly what I did. Strategy number 3, even easier. That's also what they call white label. Now, these are software. Okay, what is a white label? White label software is a software developed by one company to be distributed to other businesses that will not customize its appearance and give it their own name, but not the core software, not the core code. And people market it under their own brand. A white label is like let me use a live thing that everybody will know. How many of us know? Okay, most of us live in Africa. You know Panadol, right? How many of us know Panadol? Give me 0 if you know Panadol. 0, 0, 0, 0. Panadol, painkiller, right? You know how many? Give me names of painkillers that you know. Aspirin. What else? Give me another one. I'm looking at one here. Come on, give me names. Names of pain stuff for headache that you know. Start typing them. I don't know if tramadol is a painkiller. That one looks like drug to me. Ibuprofen, paracetamol, thank you. Novalgine. What my surprise all of you is that all of them are the same formula. Okay, the same formula. They are just marketing them under different name. Fensic, Panadol, paracetamol. They are all the same formula, but they are marketed under what is called white label names. So you would think that, paracetamol is not working for me. Let me go and buy Fensic. They are all the same. Is the way they packaged it. It's the same formula. If you doubt me, buy them. And I don't know about Alabuku. I think Alabuku is also close. Look at the composition. You'll be surprised to see that they are the same. They actually have a name. They call them, where's the name now? Acetaminophen, right here. This one is called Advil, but the real formula is called acetaminophen. And when you look at Fensic, when you look at paracetamol, That is what you are going to see as acetaminophen. They are all the same. So in a similar way, white label software works like that. Somebody creates a code, a software that works well. Then he allows people to market it under different names with their permission, but you are not able to change the code. They are not selling you the code. They are selling you the marketing rights, so to speak, even though you keep all the money, even though you build a brand under it, but the source code is not yours, and you are not changing the source code. The source code is still kept by the owner of this, so it's called white label. This is different from PLR, private label, which is a different model. White label means what simply means you sell it under your own brand, but it's basically the same thing. Lots of software is out there on that area. So basically the source code is done. The maintenance of it is being done by somebody. They just allow you to sell it under your own name. But the maintenance, the code is with the original. Master resale right is different. We're coming to that. White label means you can put your own brand. So if I were to give you white label license for Mobimatic now, you can then call it whatever you want to call it. You can call it Tramamatic for that guy that likes tramadol. From what I'm hearing is tramadol is like a drug or something. All right. Or the guy that likes Lunat, you can call your own Lunamatic or Yaba Leftmatic if you like. I couldn't resist saying that. Those of you living in Nigeria, you know what that is. So, but we set it up for you. You are able to sell it under your brand. They're able to log in and use it. But we are the one maintaining the source code. Your buyers will never know. Everything is maintained by us when it comes to the code. But in terms of selling it, giving them access to use it and all that, you can do it under your brand. That is white label software. So where can you get it? This is also one of the easiest models. Most times, and I want to give you some very easy ones because they are everywhere. You can get white label software anytime you want. Today, you can get 10 if you want, sir. For instance, on a place like jvizu.com, many times when you see a launch, I don't know if you have actually paid attention. Sometimes one of their upsells, in fact, most times, they always have upsell that they call white label. Basically, what that means is that you can, once you buy that upsell, now it becomes your software. You can create a promotional material for it under your own name and sell it. You got to keep 100% of the money. The owner of the software maintains it, so you don't even need to have software support because you are only one label. You are only selling the brand, but the core of what you are selling is their own. So JVZoo is a big place for you to get white label software to buy, because many people, when they launch their software, they give you a white label version. They sell it high, maybe like $297 or $197. Some of them even launch and say you have white label rights for $37 right there. Okay, maybe they also probably bought PLR from somewhere, and then they just want to make extra money by selling white label. So all of this allows you to get your own software. Remember, the whole idea of this training is how you can get your own software that you can launch or that you can sell without having to write a line of code. So this third option, buy white label. You can find it in many places on JVZoo, or you Google white label software for, Mr. Google will tell you whatever, white label software for traffic, white label software for social media, white label software for e-commerce. Google will give you thousands. All you do is click in there, pay for one. Now you have a software. All you then need is creating the website and the launching pages that you're going to use, the sales pages that you're going to use to sell it. That now becomes your only problem, how to create your sales page and how to launch it. And that is what we're going to be doing in the training on Saturday. This is about how to get your own software. So my point is, over the next 7 days to 30 days, your problem should not be, I can't create my own software. That should not be your problem. Your problem will be, how should I launch it? Because I just gave you 3 solid ways for you to create your own software. Strategy number 4. Oh, I have a meeting. One of the Felix Ironlo, if you are here, you set up a meeting for 2 o'clock when you know, for 2 hours from my workshop, when you know I'm still going to be here anyway. So unfortunately, I won't be able to make that live call with you. If you are listening, you're going to have to reschedule. Strategy number 4. All of this I explained yesterday, right? You simply buy. These are software that people have created. And that will be might be surprising to why would somebody spend all that money, create a software, then give me private label rights for it. Like I try to explain, people do stuff for different strategic reasons. Unless you know it's business, you don't know how many millions it made giving you those products for private label rights. What the PLR software does is, this software now, you can change whatever you want in it. But you're now on your own. This is different from like open source. Open source, the software continues to get developed by those who created it. And you can update your own version by using those updates. But when it's private label rights, they just sell it to you. You're on your own. It becomes a software. They give you the code. You can do whatever you want with the code. You can update the code. You can delete the code. You can add to it. But you have to maintain your software now. That is the downside of that, because this is now your product. It's like you are the one that created that code. So if something is not working there, you have to fix it. If update needed tomorrow, maybe Facebook doesn't allow that type of software to be used on say Facebook anymore, and you need to make changes, that becomes your problem. I hope you guys are getting me. So private label rights are good, but you really can't maintain it if you have no technical team, which means you shouldn't try to sell it as a software, as a business. That's what it's called, SaaS. You can do it, but SaaS means you have to keep maintaining. But if you sell it as a one-off, they buy it and you are done. They download the script and they have to load it onto their own server and use it any way they want. Then they don't have to disturb you. If there's a problem, you make your money and you run. That would be my recommendation. All right. What are private label rights? There are special type of licenses which you purchase where you are legally allowed to edit and publish the product, software, ebook, video, article as your own. Then you can include your own name or your own company's name as the author or creator. Where do you get private label rights? Where do you get software with private label rights? Very simple. PLR software is the most common and easiest to get software. I talk about JVZoo software launches. Many of them also give you private label rights when they are doing their launch, either in the front end or as an upsell. So sometimes you want to look at what upsells they have to see if they have a PLR version. Or you can Google PLR software for traffic, PLR software for whatever you want. Mr. Google will tell you. Then you click on those sites and then go buy. This is crazily simple that anybody can do this. Yesterday, I was showing you guys, let me go back there and do a little bit of practical and see if my system will be stable a bit. Remember, I talked about PLR Assassin yesterday. In PLR Assassin, when you join, you can join for free, but that won't give you the access to the one you want that with the private label. You can join, it's $19 a month. Okay? And like I said, you can sign up for one and then use that whole month to download as many as you can. All right. Can you guys see my screen? Can you see my browser? 10, if you can see this, come on, go. Can you see this? I'm on. Okay, fantastic. All right. As many have already answered, the rest of you don't bother for now because I just wanted to see that one is working. Okay. Now we are in plrassassin.com. Incidentally, I use this to get software that I can give away for free when I'm doing promotion. I've never taken software from here and launch. I will never lie to you guys. I've told you the ones I do. But I know lots of people actually get software from PLR sites and they launch it because how much money you make on your launch, a lot of people don't get this yet. It's not so much about how unique your software is how did you market? And that like I said, is part of the training we're going to do on Saturday. How you prepare for your launch, how you organize your launch is what will determine how well your software sells. So don't think that you can make $100,000 using a private label software. Many people have used it. I'll give you a couple of them. Dr. Ben. Some of you might know him or not. That guy has launched 3 different software, and all of them did 100,000. I didn't even know that those software were private label until I got to the site of the company selling it. I don't know what I was searching then, and I saw his testimonial for the company. He bought a private label right from them, and he launched it on JVZoo, and he did over 100,000 for all 3 of them. Because he knows how to market, because he has people who promote for him. He knows the strategy to launch a software. So don't underrate this because I told you I've not used it. There's a reason why, because I have other sources. I prefer open source, and I always have partners. It's not that I can go and get it and then be the sole owner. But when the software is not working or when there's a problem, I want a technical person to be able to handle it. That's why I get partners. Not that I need them, but I want them to handle the support. And I do 50-50 most of the time. Give them 50%, I keep 50%. I'm fine with that because they will maintain the software. This has to be guys who can work. But in your own case, you are just new. You're trying to make your first $10,000. You don't have to do the expensive way that I'm doing. So look at it right here. This is PLR Assassin. Software, right? Can you guys see that? Some of you just give me a 5 just to be sure that I'm still with you here. Give me a 5. I just want to be sure you're seeing it. All right. I just need a few of you okay, Abraham Omani. Okay, Samuel. Okay, great. So right here, it says software. You can see master resale rights. Now, maybe I should take it. I'm going to come back to that. Somebody asked that question. I'll ask later. But right now, we're talking about private label. You click here. Let me show you. These are software. If you join PLR Assassin today for that $19.99, you can download all this software. You can get 10 software today if you want. Look at it. These are complete software that work. Cyber Email Assistant, Keyword Research Ninja. You can get this software that is called Keyword Research Ninja. They loaded it in 2017, right? You can download this software. Call your own Googlematic. Okay? It's a keyword research or Keywordmatic. That's it. They just need to now go inside here, change the interface for you for less than $100 or $200. You will have a launchable software before this Sunday is over. It is that simple. Then your emphasis will not be, how do I launch my software? Of course, initially, because you are new at this, you are not going to be able to attract a lot of affiliates to promote for you, but you're going to have a software that you can sell on Facebook, that you can sell even after the launch. Even if you made only 1,000 at the launch, you can keep selling the software. It's your own. Now you are a software owner. It is not complicated. This is just one side, okay? WP Tube Ninja. This is about how to do something on Google and YouTube. Slideshow Master, Opt-in Converter. Some softwares have been launched, downloaded directly from PLR sites that have done 6 figures. Yet we have had software where people spend a year building it from scratch, spending all that money that did not do $20,000, that did not even do $10,000 when it was launched. I know, I've been there before, I've seen it. So don't say because it's private label, it is cheap, it won't make you money. No, it is the way you do your launch, which is a separate training. When you master the launch sequence, that's the Launchify 360 training. When you master that, your software will almost don't matter. After all, how many of you have bought it? Let me even ask this question. Let me go back here. After all, how many of you have bought a software before that really didn't work as advertised and you are frustrated? Maybe you have to ask for a refund or just abandon it. If you have gone through that before, give me an 8. All right. Fantastic. So, I mean, PLR Assassin has an affiliate link. Maybe that's what I should give you guys who want to go there. At least we are going to buy from there. You should let me make some money. I actually should have gotten the affiliate link. Maybe I will get it and post it on the chat box later, because I'm just throwing money away because they pay. He has affiliate link. They pay 50%. So why can't I get it if I'm the one introducing it to you guys? It won't increase your money. Okay, right here, you can see right here. Do you have affiliate link? Maybe I can create one right now. Because I know that the way I said it now, all of you are going to go in there and go get it. So let me just sign up. So at least you're not paying me for this training. Maybe I can make some little money. It doesn't increase your money. They pay me from their side. So don't worry about it. So if you can do that and use my link, actually I have one already. I didn't even know. Okay, let me post that in here. Why not? If you have already gone in there while I'm talking, you're going to have to clear your cache so that my affiliate link can work. Guys, help me out here. If you are going to do this, at least use my affiliate link to do that. I posted it, just copy it. So that if you are going to go there, use my link to go there to buy. Before I go on, I want all of you guys to copy it. Can you guys see my link right now? Can you see the link? I posted it. Oh, sorry, I posted it to all affiliates. Sorry, let me put up panelists. Okay. Sorry, I think right here, that is the link. You should be able to see it now. All right. All right, that's my affiliate link. If you are going to be doing PLR Assassin, I encourage you use my affiliate link because at the very minimum, at least you're going to be making some money for me. And next time, I think I'll do it properly. So, but the point is, whether you use my link or not, it don't matter. It just simply be that you're not being faithful. If you go in there and buy without using my link, you are just costing me money that you don't need to cost me, because it's not going to reduce your whatever you pay. But the point I'm trying to make here is that they have plenty software for private label. All you do is look for one that you know you will pay for if you see. That's it. Some of those software are very good. Some are useless. I get it. But some are potentially six-figure softwares. Take this one, a multiple teams plugin. All right, that allows people to use multiple teams for their software. You might think that nobody will buy it, but WordPress is very. Look at this. This one particularly. All right, this is a software that people can use to create their own t-shirt campaign. I know t-shirt was very hot. You can download this thing right here. Look at it right there. Let me read it for you. All right. It says everyone has either been tested, use collect leads on autopilot and turn their Teespring campaigns into whatever. It comes with, it's a plugin that they can install within a minute and blah, 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 blah. You download this thing because it comes with all the packages. When you want to download it, look at it right here. They give you everything, including sometimes even the website to promote it. Okay, it comes in a zip file. Okay, so let me not download it because it will slow down my system. All right, but my point to you guys is that you can run into a gem of a software. And if you were the training yesterday, you don't have to just use PLR Assassin. I also gave you PLR 360. All right, the PLR360.com. And by the way, there are plenty PLR sites. And if I remember, I think I put a list in the Netpreneur Manifesto for those of you who have that. You probably there might be a chapter on that where you can get this. You can see PLR 360. They've got PLR right here. Okay, I think I don't know if it's .org, but I gave those names yesterday. I don't want to spend so much energy working on that today. With all those PLR sites that I gave you yesterday, you can also get software from them. You can get software. All you simply do is, some of them is a one-off payment. Some of them is membership. I encourage you to only sign up for the one that is membership. And I'm going to go back to those names I gave you yesterday, try to see if I can get my affiliate links done in there, and then we can, let me make a note to myself, all right, before I forget, because these are all links that I should have sorted out before I start doing training, so that you guys get, sorry guys. All right, so, but what you need to understand here is that you go to those sites, subscribe to their membership, and you are ready to go. And then you search, study well. If possible, download the software, try to use it yourself based on they all come with instructions. Try to use it Imagine some even going out of Facebook type of JVZoo type of thing, and you want to sell pregnancy tips and tricks software. Okay, I don't even know what it is. This is so way out of the lot of pregnant women every day. I don't know what it does. So you read it, be sure that it has utility. You ask yourself the question, will I pay for this? And it's in all niches, not just make money online. See, eBay success software. How people can make money with eBay using software as an affiliate, blah, blah, blah. Dog training software. Training is huge abroad. I mean, look at it. This is an e-commerce store creator, a Zone luggage store. Complete store that is already created as a luggage store and allows you to create variations. So you can buy it and then you change the name to whatever you want, something sexy that is not anywhere close to the original name. And then make sure you get somebody who knows something about technical to help you upload it and help you set it up. You pay 200 to 500 bucks. You are ready to go. Hundreds and hundreds. I mean, look at it right there. Scarcity log, blog book, local lander. I mean, these are software that if I download them and I put a sales page on it and I offer it to you by email, many of you will buy. Because you don't know whoever is selling you stuff, you don't know where they got it from. So that's it. As far as that is concerned, I'm revealing the topmost secrets of the ninjas to you. Okay, my bosses are not going to be happy that I'm doing this, but my commitment, like I always say, whether you pay me $10,000 or free, I give you training like you paid me $10,000. I'm like that kind of guy. Does anybody have any question about this PLR thing? What do you guys think? If you think this is wow, I want a W. If you think, okay, okay, give me an S. I just want you guys to do something. I know it's wow. Because the first time I learned this, I almost went mental. Okay, because it's like somebody just solved problem of $100,000 for me. My first 1 year, I lost $100,000 trying to do stuff like this that I don't know. That I didn't know that it's private label somewhere. I just kept spending money. But with this now, you know that owning the software will not be your problem in the next 1 week if you want. I've given you 4 strategies. All you simply need to do is spend a day browsing through those sites, looking for what you want, getting one that you know you will pay good money for. That's it. You have a software. Next thing is creating your marketing funnels, which we are going to be talking about on Saturday, and you are ready to go. The rest will not be getting it launched. And like I keep saying, even if you can't launch yet, you can continue to sell your product on social media yourself. The day of $50, the day of $30, you make your money. We are making this powerful. Strategy number 5, master reseller right software. Now, this is even getting it even lazier. This is one where somebody has created the software. Is now giving you a master resale rights. In other words, it's giving you permission to sell it and keep 100% of the profit. In fact, I'm thinking of doing something like this, even for my magazine, Netpreneur Magazine, because for me, I want it to reach as many people as possible. I'm going to sell, instead of just selling subscription, I'll give subscription free, but I will sell master reseller rights. In other words, every month that I bring it out, maybe your subscription a month might be like $47. But every month as it comes out, you can sell it and keep 100% of the money to whoever wants to buy from you. Wouldn't that be cool? How many think that would be cool if I give you reseller right to Netpreneur Magazine? It's 80-page magazine every month. You can sell it. How many think this would be awesome? If you think it's going to be able to give me an A+, because I might do it if enough people are interested. To me, it's not the money. The many people that can read, A+, there you go. So I'm using that to illustrate, and I just might do it because I'm considering it, to be honest with you. Why can't I let my students make money? Let them subscribe. They pay me $47 a month. They get it for free, and then they get to sell it. So they need to sell only one to make their money back. They can, if they sell 100, they keep the whole money. If they sell 20, they keep the whole money. All right? So that's where we are going. Next with my magazine, I have 4 of them. But, so a master resale right is where somebody for his own purposes, okay, creates a software or a product, like I'm saying, like a Fearless Netpreneur magazine, all right, and people subscribe to buy the master resell rights. Master resell means you can sell it as is. The difference between it and a PLR or white label is that you cannot change anything in the software. You cannot change the name. You cannot change the hosting. You cannot change anything about it. But you can sell it 100% and keep the money. So it's like you got something to sell for free. So let's say you have to subscribe to Fearless Netpreneur when I give the master resell right, then you just get a copy of it at the end of every month when we have created all those 82 pages, and then you sell it. You can create a page to sell Fearless Netpreneur magazine, but you can't change anything in it. That is the only drawback of this. But you got to keep 100% of it's like collecting shoes from somebody who says, pay me $1 for this shoe, for this box of shoes. The imagine it's 100 shoes, but you can sell it for whatever you want. And then you go out in the market and start selling. You are not remaking the shoe. You are not changing the name of the shoe. You are just selling it as is. That is the absolute minimum level. And you can see in this site, the site that I was telling you about, that I showed you just now, where is the, let's go back to PLR Assassin. Where is it now? Okay, you can see right here. Even on that software, they have it for books. You can see Master Resell here. They have it for audio books. They have it for graphics. They have it for videos. They have it for articles. But we are talking about software now. That's to tell you how powerful this PLR Assassin is. Master Resell rights. So all this software here, you can, once you subscribe to PLR magazine, pay them the first 1 month in. If you like, you can download all 10,000 products that 1 month. They're not going to limit you because they are always bringing new one every month. Is why they call it a subscription. So you will download, you will tire. So maybe it's only 1 month you need, $19 only. But you won't get updates. You won't get new ones coming in. So I did lifetime so that anytime I want to go in there and get a new one, then you get it. You can see that they have, okay, I see right there, see, free lifetime membership, try now, upgrade later. So you get in there and then you pay the money after 1 month. But the point is, as you can see, these are all softwares that you can download and then you can sell. Hundreds. You can see, they just keep going. They just keep going. They just keep going. They just keep going. Okay, they are hundreds. Right here, toy software, widget plugin, software bundle pack. This one even has more than one. This is one product to dog training, quit smoking software, online dating software, weight loss software, aromatherapy software. You can create a suite of software just with this one. So then you are selling 10 software for one, $90. People will pay. The only thing is that you can't change it. You can see that this one has how many software? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 software. And you can break it apart. The only thing is that you can't change it. You can sell it individually, but you cannot change the name. You cannot call yourself the owner. You sell it as is. And many times anyway, they don't even put the name there. So that you don't even have the people will even think that you are the one that own it. Many of the time, they don't put the name of the owner on the reseller package. How many do not understand this? If you don't understand it, how to do this one, give me one. It's a very simple thing. The softwares that people give you right to sell as your own. The only thing is that you cannot change the name and you cannot edit it. You cannot change the code, but you can sell it and then you keep 100% of the money. And even when you sell it, you can also sell, where's my stuff? Number one, you see, don't get it. I see 3 people that say they don't get it. How is that possible? Master reseller. You go to a site where they are selling master reseller. You buy it. It gives you permission to sell that software. The only thing is you cannot change it. What is difficult there? Dio, Eric, Okoyemi, what is difficult about master reseller rights. I'm surprised. The difficult ones you understand. This one is easy. Oh, okay. Those who don't get it, give me a 1. I want to hear those who have not gotten it. All right, because I'm confused. Dayo, what don't you understand there? Type your question. Now, if you guys have questions, please type. I will come to them later. This is pretty easy. And there are many places where you see master reseller. I just gave you one. But practically every PLR site also have master reseller products there. Then even on JVZoo, when people are launching products, many times they give master reseller right as part of their package. I always have master reseller from every product that I launch. My option number 3 or number 4 is always that. I make you pay like maybe take Funnel 360. For $97, you get master reseller right for I think 150 or no 50 licenses. I give permission to sell 50 of it. Okay, that's not master reseller, that's actually reseller rights, which is different from master reseller right. My master reseller rights you can sell unlimited. In my own reseller rights, I give you 200 for $127. That means you can sell 200 Funnel 360 licenses for whatever price you want. But you pay me only $127 for the whole package. So even if you sell it at $60, even though it's selling for $197 now, if you sell your own at $67, 200 copies is like almost $2,000. But you're paying me only $127. So I don't know what to mean by these software websites. What we say is a software. What do you mean software websites? For master reseller, you don't need the source code because they're not going to give it to you. As a master reseller, you are only selling the software. You cannot tamper with the code. You are not going to get the code. But the code, rather, you will not be able to tamper with it. Or put it this way, they will not give you permission to tamper with it. They will give you how you can sell it and people can download it, but you cannot get access to the code. Like Funnel 360, there's reseller rights. When you sell, we are the one that are going to send it to the people you sold to. We will set it up for them because we have not given you our code. All right. That's all I'm going to say on that. If you don't understand that, this is sad. Number 6. This is the hard work one. This is Pounded Yam version. Build your own software using a freelancer. People, and trust me, you can build a software for even as little as $500 or less. If you have an idea, and I'm talking about basic software, not a robust one that do all sorts of stuff with basic stuff. There are people that do this. They probably have source codes everywhere. All they will do is just patch it up and give you and all that. But I personally don't advise this option. This option is for the big boys who have specific type of software they want to create and are ready to spend the money that it takes to create it and do all the debugging and all of that stuff. For me, for a starter. Okay? Yes, you are saying, are these software like Mobiforce? Of course, there are software like Mobiforce, Auto Yeri. Are you just coming in here? Yeah. There are people, even I don't know if Mobiforce doesn't even have a reseller rights as part of their package. I don't know. It might be in their upsell even. Most people who launch their software, they give you reseller rights. Like I said, reseller rights just for you to sell it. You can't do anything with it. You can't call it your name and all that. But if your question is about the master reseller right, yeah, for you just to sell many. I won't be surprised if Mobiforce has master reseller right. I have for Funnel 360. I don't think we had for Mobimatic because I haven't thought about it when we started launching. If I'm relaunching Mobimatic, I'm going to give master reseller right because all you are doing is selling it and putting the money in your pocket. But you pay me one bulk sum, so I'm going to charge a Mobimatic reseller right. Maybe I charge you like $297, but I will tell you how many you can sell. I'm going to say maybe you get 200 licenses for $297, which is still not bad because if you sell it, each of them for $297 times 200, you're going to make about $6,000 in profit and you're paying me only $297. As you have to maintain the software, remember in master resell, the person who owns the software is still maintaining it. It's even the one that is going to give them access because you don't have access to the source code. You are just selling it. Once you sell, they give you a link for your people to go and set up their account, which is going to be in the account of the proper owner. I don't know if you understand that. For most of them, But the ones on PLR sites, you probably will be able to download to your computer and then you'll be able to sell. But the license they give you is to resell it. They don't give you license to go and modify it. So if you go and buy it from a PLR Assassin, they will give you the full software. If you go and modify it and start selling, you are violating the rule. And if they catch you, you can get into serious trouble. You don't need to do that because they have PLR software. If you want to modify, buy PLR or download the PLR versions. Don't go and get a master resell right product and start doing PLR of it. That will be violating the rules of the game and you're on your own. I'm not part of that. Okay? All right? All right. So again, I don't know if Launchify 3, this is supposed to actually be for my students. So let me not go there. Basically, that's it, guys. 6 ways that you can own your own software in the next 24 hours to 7 days. All right. Now that was my promise. How to create and own your own software in 7 days or less without writing a line of code. Did I deliver on that promise or not? If I delivered, give me 10. If I didn't, give me a 5. Come on, guys. This is important. I want to, because when I make a promise, I want to be sure I delivered on my promise. And I'm not saying you, I can shout. So, but be honest, because that is the title. Guerrilla Strategies for creating your own 6-figure software product in 7 days or less without writing a line of code. Basically, if you are smart, if you get a recording of this video, remember it broke. So the first part is more like introduction. This is the real. Yeah, the video will be on the group. I think we are live right now. From what let me check. Are we live on Facebook? If we are live there, automatically I think we are live. If we are live on Facebook, Facebook automatically puts a recorded version there. I don't need to put it there. It's automatic. Like 1 hour after this, it will render and you'll be able to watch it there. I don't know if you are going to be able to download it, but you can watch it over and over. I've given you 6 ways to own your own software without writing a line of code. You only need to use one. So owning your own software will be stupid if you cannot have one in the next 7 days. That to me is that you're not serious. And that's just the truth. All right. Yesterday live class, I don't think I put that on Facebook because I tried to connect it, it didn't show. But if it didn't, too bad. I hope you are making your notes. I don't know what else to tell you. That's why we say come to class. When you come in late or you get out of here and I can't promise that I'm going to go load it there if it's not there. I'm going to try, but I don't want you guys holding me to promise I'm doing too much work for you guys. Pay attention, make your notes in class. Maybe that's what I'm even going to do. I'll stop posting the videos. Maybe that will make you guys come to class because right now we only have 28 people out of over 3,000 people that register for the class. Okay, that is not encouraging. I missed my class today. I missed my office today just to come and train this. Only 28 people showed up because they probably know we can go download it later or whatever. Maybe what I'll do is I'll stop posting. I'll stop sharing on Facebook. Then I will make you come up and learn. All right, next questions, guys. Let's take some questions before this is over. We already spent 2 hours because of the downside and all of that. So we got to go. All right, any questions before I shut this one down on anything I've taught so far? Link is set automatically because once you have registered, it will automatically come to you. There's a reminder that tells you about the time for the webinar. So check your email. Maybe you stop reading my email. Maybe you got too many of them and you stop reading. There's not much I can do for you that way. If you stop reading from me, you don't know the day I'm going to bring in something that will really benefit you. All right. So let's take some more questions before I shut this down. I'm really excited because like I said, this is my special area. And for those of you who want a one-on-one mentoring to create your own software and launch it, I have Launchify 360 coaching. It's a one-on-one coaching program where I work with you on your own terms. I help you get the software. I help you get the person that will help you modify it. And I work with you towards launching it. But it's not for everybody. It's a $5,000 cost, $5,000 coaching. for a 90-day period. If it's something you're interested in, inbox me. If you don't even have 5,000 and you want to have to work out a plan or something with me, inbox me if you are serious, or go book an appointment on Launchify360call.com. I think that's what it is. All right, let me give you that to go book. But this to talk about the coaching program. Now, that one, when you book a call with this, because like I told you yesterday, to discuss just general business thing with you, I actually charge. But if you want to talk about possibly being on my coaching program, again, like I told you, it's a $5,000 program. It's not free. If you don't have any reasonable money, don't even do that. Don't waste my time. I'll probably be willing to work with you on some kind of payment plan, maybe even reduce some fees for some of you. But if you don't have good money, please do not waste my time. But for those of you might want to do the one-on-one thing where we can help you get your own software really up, help you work, get people to help you work on it, and then maybe partner with you in launching it. Go book an appointment at Launchify 360 Call. Let's talk about it. All right. Any other question? Any other question before we go? We call yeah. All right, well, in the absence of further questions, I want to appreciate you guys for coming today. The recording of this part, I think, will be on Facebook, because if it's a live call on Facebook, Facebook always records it. It's got nothing to do with me. And I'm looking at it right now. It says we are live on Facebook. So I know once I close this meeting, about 1 hour from now, it won't be there immediately, because Facebook has to render it, and then they will post it there. It will be there automatically, and you can go watch or download or do what you got to do from there. I want to appreciate you guys. Again, you got to keep rocking. You can't wait on another human being. You got to hustle. 6 weeks is over. Guys, we are rounding this thing down. It's 12 weeks. We are halfway as of today. So if you can't get yourself delivered from poverty at the end of the 12 weeks, you only have yourself to blame, because I'm teaching you 8 different businesses. And I'm telling you everything I know. I'm not like those gurus who will not tell you what they are doing. You guys know that. Some of you are paid $495, $295 for a trainer on how to create your product. All they do is tell you how to what to do, but they don't tell you how to do it. They don't give you the sites you're going to go. They don't give you the details. I've given you everything that I know. Whether you make money with it or not is going to be on you, not on me, guys. I want to appreciate you guys. Please make sure you give us a testimonial about this training today on your wall, 2 places, on your wall, Facebook wall, and in the group, so that we can post it and screenshot it. The testimonials are very important to me. Talk about the training you got, talk about what you felt about it, and also what you think about the trainer. Do that for me. That's all you give me back on this one, because testimonials I can use later. So please make sure you do it. Doing it on your page will encourage those who don't think internet marketing is working. If they see that you're excited, that you're learning new things, and this is what you learn, they may want to get into it. And by mentioning my name, an American Internet Business School, you are also giving us credibility. I'm telling you what I want from this training. I don't hide anything. And then by posting the same thing in the group, you give us opportunity to be able to screenshot it and use it maybe in some of our future promotions. That will also give you yourself some exposure, because your name and your picture will be in the screenshot that we do. That's why I ask for testimonials. I don't hide, I don't pretend, I don't tell you. I can use those testimonials later when I start selling this, so that people can see that my students actually got a lot of value. But if you don't think you got value, you don't have to do a testimonial. It's not by force. I'm being frank. I'm a very straight up guy. I'm very ethical. By law, we cannot tell you what to put in your testimonial. We can only ask you to do testimonial. So if you don't have something good to say, please don't say it. I don't want to hear your negatives. Tell me what if it's positive, but I'm not saying say it is positive if it is not. Or maybe you post your feeling, because it will help me for self-improvement. So even if there's something you want to complain about, as long as you do it nicely, I'm not going to penalize you. I'm not going to ban you. I'm not going to do anything to you. Just make sure you articulate and you are constructive. Don't whine. If something doesn't work well, or you don't like what you had or what you read, say it in a professional way. You will be helping me to get better. I don't have to like it. But I'm not stupid. If your students are telling you some things are not working, you change it. But if you really gain, if you think I over-delivered, then say so on your wall. Say it in the group so that I can also use something later that will benefit you. All right? There you go. Somebody just says, Abraham Omani. He said, you are doing a great job, sir. Just by mentioning that I'm a student of AIBS, I was approved as an affiliate for MobiForce Software, and I'm a new affiliate. You guys get it? The more you talk about American Internet Business School, the more valuable your certificate is. You guys need to get this. That is why I was called by a state government. The state government that called me, I don't even know them. The way I knew people, that one hasn't worked. The state government that called me to Nigeria to come and see how I can help them train 100,000 of their citizens, I don't know anybody in the government. But they saw what we are doing with American Internet Business School, and they want us to do it for their citizens. So it's in your own interest, too, to do these testimonials, because the value of any certificate is what people think of it. So, and the more you keep talking about it, the more people will see value in whatever certificate you obtain or whatever training. It's already happening. Somebody will, because nobody will, I mean, something like MobiForce. Todd God will never accept his people, not him, his people will never accept a rookie to promote their product. But they are seeing what we are doing with American Internet Business School. They know I'm really trying, I'm really training them. They think my guys are good. So don't fall my hand. Do your own work. Be as good as I'm saying you are. All right, guys? I will not shut down the videos. Opeyemi Gbodi. It will be on Facebook. Go and watch it. Don't cry yet, all right? Any other questions, sir? All right? Yeah, the videos will always be on Facebook, don't worry. What you may not have access to is the membership of the club. Because once you graduate now, are you going to be going back to the school? You have graduated now. If you want to do the school again, then you have to pay. That's why you pay attention to all those videos you see in the members area of the specialist course now. Because I probably will give you access for maybe another 2 months after graduation. But after that, I have to protect myself. I'm sure you guys understand that. You can't keep having access to school products when you are no longer a student. So, so you guys do the best you can. Make the most of it. And I'm sure God himself will reward you. God rewards hard work, not just prayer, not just fasting, and working smart. God bless you. Thank you guys so much for coming today. There'll be no training tomorrow, but we're going to have a training on Saturday, live training on Saturday. I'm trying to make up for all the days I missed. So we had one yesterday, one today. We're going to do one on Saturday and maybe another 3 more next week to wrap up info marketing. Because info marketing is so huge and it's so profitable. That's what I do. And I do only one part of it. And if I can get you guys to get going in that area also, I've done my best. So that at the end of the class in August, you can then do a self-assessment. Maybe I will even do exit interview for those who finish well. Obviously, not many of you will finish well if we're only having 36 people in a webinar of 3,000 people. All right, that means some people are not serious. And those guys, I will be getting harder on them. If you don't come to training and then you're asking stupid questions on the side, you're just going to get bounced. All right, to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Thank you guys so much. This is Dr. Okpebanwo, and I'm out of here. Go write your testimonials.